19-012638-CB.
Make a motion?
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
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 Roll call.
Mr. Ramik?
No.
Mrs. Winton?
No.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Becerra?
No.
Mr. Woolley?
No. Motion fails. Okay, this now takes us to the regular open business portion of the agenda. If anybody on council would have anything they'd like to discuss tonight.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman
I have
Ramik.
a few questions. A lot of things have been going on, especially reference what we were just turned down, basically. Through the chair, to the council, Mr. Andresen, I just have a question. There's a lot of bit of tossing around here that I'd like to see if we can get a direct answer on this one way or another. What is your personal feeling on you're representing this city? We do know that under section 5.11, the corporate council function and duties, it pretty much says that you represent this council and you represent the mayor. Who do you represent?
I represent the city, and on this particular matter that was just heard, I'm neither representing the city, nor the council, nor the mayor.
Do you basically say then you do represent, as stated in the charter, you do represent the mayor and this council one way or another?
I represent the city and advise the mayor and council pursuant to the charter.
But you do equally.
Correct.
With that being said, so this particular deal we just talked about, you don't do any representing on that whatsoever?
On what matter is that?
On the one we just turned down?
That risk management case?
Yes.
No, the city hired special counsel to represent the city on that matter.
Did you handle anything within that basically investigation at all? Did you build this city any buildings? Did you build this city for
Yes.
any of that investigation?
Yes. Well, not the investigation, but working with the administration and the police department on that particular matter, yes.
So we hired another company outside to come in, spend thousands of dollars, when in my opinion, I don't understand why would you have gotten involved in that if another company that was basically hired by Howard and Howard to come in and do the investigation, how did you get involved in it? What was your position on that?
My role was corporation counsel for the city of Taylor. As per the charter, I advised the department heads, including the police department. We met with the police department, we looked at what was needed, and we determined that there was a need for a forensic audit of certain documents that were within the purview of the police department. That's not the role of a corporation counsel to do a forensic audit. We don't have that expertise, so we hire experts for that particular role.
So the forensic audit that was done in reference to this investigation, then you turned around and you were involved in what way? Just reviewing it?
I provided it to the police department and HR.
Do you remember how much the city was built by
I
you?
don't have an exact number, but it's around $70,000, I believe.
But yet you went outside the realms of this council and the charter without asking us if you could do it.
No,
Who approved it?
the charter does not require the administration to have every contract for professional services approved by the council.
So
That's
you're,
what's at issue here. The specific provisions of the charter with respect to contracting involve public improvements and material purchases. They don't address the specific issue that is at the issue at this particular contract.
so you're saying,
Mr. Chairman, point of order. This is ongoing investigation. I don't think that it's proper format for us to discuss this publicly in an interrogation manner.
Mr. Chairman?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to I don't mind you asking questions, Councilman Ramik, but I'm gonna ask both of you to be very cautious that we don't reference the ongoing lawsuit that's taking place.
Exactly. I'm
So,
just
I mean,
saying,
if
I'm
if
just
you have a
asking.
question, you know, I don't have a problem with you asking.
Let me make it very clear to Councilman Ramik. The investigation that was, that you're talking about had nothing to do with the particular lawsuits that have been filed. This investigation was done prior to any of those lawsuits being filed.
Then why are we being sued?
I'm not representing the city on those two particular matters.
Were you in the meeting last night when they talked about it?
No, I was in a special council meeting last night, a closed-door session to talk about one particular lawsuit.
You didn't talk about this one.
I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
I think you do, but that's okay. I fully understand. The questions I have is, we asked for a lot of information. I did on this, but I couldn't get it. I believe I sent to council a thorough information request that I had made and never got an answer. But we'll talk about that at a later date once this is over. That way we can talk about it thoroughly publicly. And that way I can publish it. Okay? But you do say you represent this council and the mayor, per the charter. You are following the charter.
Per the charter, I represent the city and I advise the mayor and council on all legal matters. Yes,
So you do represent us.
that is correct.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions?